So you want a really sexy fragrance. There are a variety of options you can choose from, and I'm going to start with a small list of pretty tried and true and very popular yet unique fragrances for men. By the way, I have a new channel called Shining Times, which is quite a bit different from this channel and is mainly about outdoorsy things like gardening, hiking, traveling, maybe a few recipes here and there. If you're interested in that sort of thing, subscribe. It's a very new channel, and I appreciate the support. I'm going to start with one that I personally really love, which is Dior Intense. So, lots of versions of Dior but I would say the Intense version is my most favorite because it has wonderful iris notes, pink pepper, it's a little bit spicy, but overall it's very, very warm. It has a certain heaviness and smoothness. It's really great for the evening. Longevity, I would say 8 hours of longevity. Really long lasting and a great performer in general. And it's really easy to get noticed when you're wearing this fragrance. It's, I would say the iris note really makes it stand out because a lot of men's fragrances do not have, a note like that. Usually it's too rugged, too sharp, too much of something, but this is extremely smooth, kind of velvety smooth. So this is definitely a really, really good option for standing out, really. Then, kind of in a similar vein, is Valentina Uomo. So Valentina Uomo has a lot of interesting notes. Specifically bergamot, has a little bit of leather, coffee, and again this is another velvety sort of fragrance. The mixture of the leather and coffee alone, amazing. It is a supremely warm, super attractive fragrance. So this fragrance, I would say, again, the longevity is very long. I would say, again, probably 8 hours. But wearing this in general is pretty versatile. You could easily get away with this wearing it during the daytime, during the evening, especially during cold weather. I would be a little bit more wary about wearing it during the summer because usually warmer fragrances do not work well with very hot weather. But I'm talking peak summer. If it's a little bit warm outside, you're fine. But in general, Valentina Uomo, very, very versatile fragrance. You could easily get away with wearing this pretty much anytime, anywhere. And it is a reliable fragrance as well. It's tried and true. A lot of people really love it. Then, I have to mention Dior's extra special fragrance. This is Tobacco Color, if it'll focus. So this is part of Dior's kind of step up, higher shelf sort of fragrance, which makes it much more expensive than a lot of its typical fragrances, but it is definitely worth it. So Tobacco Color is one of the best fragrances I've ever smelled in my life. It's actually a unisex fragrance, so I actually like to enjoy wearing it myself sometimes. It is a really nice tobacco scent. The thing about it is that I always say, when I talk about this fragrance, is it does tobacco so well. A lot of fragrances are too harsh with the tobacco. It's like someone just blew smoke in your face, but this is smooth. This is like a finely crafted cigar sort of thing. Very smooth, but it still has that very distinct smokiness, a little bit of greenness, and again, most of these longevity-wise, really, really good. This is probably 7 to 8 hours. Also, it's strong without being too in your face. A lot of fragrances are too much, they give you a headache. People don't like them because they're too strong, too invasive, but this, again, smooth. So when people smell it on you, they'll be attracted rather than repulsed, which is exactly what you want. Then, I have to mention this next one because it is extremely popular. This is Villain Blue from Versace. So this is quite a departure from these other ones, which are, very, very warm and heavy. This is more of a crisp and fresh sort of thing. Its notes, it mainly has some aquatic and bergamot notes in the opening, It melts into some black pepper and patchouli, and then finally it has some a little bit of musk, tonka bean, and saffron. So the thing about this, it is very, very strong as well. Most of these are. The thing about it, good news, it's much more affordable than some of these other ones. So if you're on a budget or you just don't want to spend that much on, you know, some scented liquid, then this is a good option. I want to say it's $60. I don't really know for sure, but again, great longevity, 7 to 8 hours, I would say. And this is great for those who don't want to go too heavy with their fragrance. You know, sometimes you don't want to smell too musky, too smoky, too much of this. This is definitely more crisp and fresh for those who prefer that. This also makes it a good option for more summertime or just hot weather in general. You know, if you live in a hot climate or if it's just, you know, summer, this is a good option. It's still very, very attractive, very sexy, and it's just a reliable fragrance. You know, if you can't think of what to wear for the day or for the evening, this is a really good option because it will deliver. It will perform well. You don't have to think about it. You know, it's gonna do what it says it's gonna do, so you don't have to worry about it. Then the last one that I have is also one of my favorites. This is For Him by Narciso Rodriguez, Bleu Noir. So this, sometimes I wear this myself because it's so good. This is primarily, when you wear this, you're gonna get this kind of very mysterious fragrance, very kind of seductive. It has iris in it, very similar to Dior Intense. It also has some musk and then some wood notes. So what you're getting here again is another very, very heavy, warm sort of fragrance. And it does it in a unique way. It's hard to describe because, of course, a lot of these and a lot of fragrances on any list for like seductive, sexy fragrances, they're all gonna have similar notes. You know, you got the musk, you got the wood, you got the smoky incense, the amber, things like that. But something about this Bleu Noir is unique. It's something, again, velvety, very warm, it's strong, but again, not too strong. It's not gonna punch you in the face or anything. It's balanced. It has a certain air to it. I think when you wear it, people will definitely notice that you're wearing something unique, something different, something very attractive, obviously. And yeah, that's Bleu Noir. When I want to wear something kind of warm and heavy and attractive, I go for Bleu Noir, especially for the evening or when it's you know, a little bit cold outside. It does make for a very good unisex fragrance as well because it is very much in the middle, you know, not too sweet or feminine and not too heavy or musky and masculine. So really nice unisex option, even though it technically isn't unisex. So those are my main choices, I would say, or main recommendations for extremely sexy fragrances for men. If you have any opinions or recommendations for these fragrances, of course you can leave those down in the comment section below. If you liked the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I make videos throughout the week, so stick around for those.